I tried to contour my face today for the first time. My face looked like it had bruises on it. Hey guys, look, let me tell you, if you wear your hair flat ironed and you are not wrapping it up at night, I think you're doing your hair a big disservice, and yourself too, because number one, you've gone to the salon and spent your hard-earned money to get a nice silk press or flat iron, whatever you want to call it, or you've spent your time flat ironing your hair and putting in all your heat protectants and just giving it all the love it needs and getting it nice and beautiful and straight. So if you're not wrapping your hair, you should be. And also, if you wear your hair flat ironed and you don't wrap it as your your way of maintaining and preserving your flat iron style, I would love to know what you do. I just wrap mine and it's really simple. And by the way, here is my flat ironed hair. I flat ironed my hair 5 days ago, and I did record it. I made a video on it. I used the Maximum Protection Thermal Collection, I believe it is, from Uncle Funky's daughter. It is a bundle of products that, only 4, a bundle of products that are great for protecting your hair when you heat style, and I love them. So yeah, this is 5-day-old hair. I did it myself. This is not a salon press. And as you can see, my hair is still really straight. It's still really straight. I bumped it on the ends when I flat ironed it, so it's straight now. That little bump is gone, but this is fine. So it's the end of the day, and I'm just going to wrap my hair. This is how I preserve my flat iron hair. I have a couple of ways that I do it, but this is the main way that I preserve my hair. So number one, my hair tends to get a little dry when it is flat ironed, so I use a little bit of grease on my scalp, because if my scalp gets too dry, I'm gonna get dandruff, and I don't want to have this nice pretty flat iron straight hair with dandruff. So to kind of keep that dandruff at bay, I use a little bit of grease on my scalp. This just happens to be Blue Magic, but the grease doesn't matter. But this is what I have right now. And when I say I put a little bit on my scalp, I mean, I part my hair and I put just a teeny bit, and I go through my scalp. And I'm gonna do that right now because I haven't put anything on my hair, any grease, since I flat ironed my hair. So this is kind of my routine about the 4th or 5th day after I flat ironed it. And I just kind of go through my whole head and just put the tiniest amount of grease on my scalp. All right, and then after I have the little bit of grease on my scalp that I'm gonna put in, I just massage it in to make sure it kind of gets everywhere. Just a teeny weeny bit gets everywhere. And my hair is still light and fluffy. You wouldn't think that I've just put a little bit of grease on my scalp, but it's still fluffy and has movement. All right, so the next product I have is what I'm using currently in my flat ironed nighttime routine. And my routine does change. It morphs over time, as I'm sure yours does too. You know, we may do things a certain way for a while, or maintain or preserve our hair the same way for a while, and then we hear something new or just want to switch things up. So this is what I'm currently using, and this is a Sleek and Shine, a Seal and Shine hair oil by the brand Paige Marie. And what I love about this oil, it is very light, and I have fine hair, so it doesn't weigh my hair down. And actually, Paige Marie is a brand that specializes in fine hair. And I looked on the ingredients because I didn't mention it in a previous video. I know it has to have argan oil in it. It has grapeseed oil, which I know is very light, sunflower oil, and here it is. It does have argan oil. It's not the first ingredient, but there's sesame oil too, sesame seed oil. But it's a few it's a little bit down in the ingredient list, but all these other oils must be super light as well. So when my hair is looking a little dry, I want to give it just a little bit of something. My hair, when it gets really dry, it'll frizz. It frizzes. So since I'm trying to preserve my flat iron style as long as I can, I put just a wee bit of this very light oil on it. And again, still lots of body in my hair. And I'm still just really pleased at this flat iron. Anyway, okay, so I put a little bit of oil on there. And the very last thing I do, and again, this is only about, I start using this and doing this whole little routine on about the 4th day. And you know, maybe sooner, maybe the 3rd day if my hair needs it. But if it's a bomb flat iron like this one is, then I don't have to really do anything to it until about the 4th or 5th day. But this is hands down probably one of my favorite products for my flat iron hair. It is by OGX, and it is the Renewing plus Argan Oil of Morocco Weightless Healing Dry Oil. When you hear the word oil, you think it's going to be runny, greasy, shiny, and just weighing your hair down. This is the exact opposite. I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing. So it helps to infuse hair with a sheer veil of shine, giving color and highlights a multifaceted glow, and it tames flyaway frizzies. When you're wearing your hair straight, you do want to tame those flyaway frizzies. So I focus this mainly on my ends. However, I do put it, you know, I've sprayed it on my entire head too if it needs it, because it does give it a really, really nice shine, and it smells so good. So here is my hair after I have put my little maintenance products on it. Still lots of body and shine, and we are good to go for a couple more days. And here are my roots, if anyone's interested in seeing that. And this is a true testament to the Uncle Funky's daughter that I used. So now, you know, I'm sure you've heard the term, you know, it's more than one way to skin a cat. Well, it's more than one way to wrap your hair at night. So the way you see me do mine may not be the way you do yours, but I kind of start with a part, and I wrap clockwise. I think I heard, or I learned, or I heard it somewhere a long time ago, that if you have long hair, you wrap clockwise. And then if you have shorter hair, you wrap the opposite direction. Y'all, I don't know if that's true. If you've heard something similar, or you know better, let me know. Or just tell me if I'm making stuff up or if somebody told me something that was totally not true. All right, so I make my part and then just begin to comb my hair around. And I remember, make sure you get the back. I remember when wrapping hair first became a thing. I don't really remember like the year, but I was, I had to be in high school, I think. I don't think it was middle school, but yeah, I think it was high school. When wrapping first became a thing, there was some girls at my school who, you know, the popular girls or the it girls, and they would get their hair done and come to school with their hair still wrapped. somebody that do that? Or did you know, were you somebody that did that? And they had short hair. Not short hair, but yeah, short hair is what I meant to say. They had short hair, so their wrap would stay. It would be like 90% wrapped, and then maybe just a few pieces curled or poking out or sticking out or something at the top. I never really understood it, but it was the thing, I guess. And then I remember seeing, you know, grown ladies kind of rocking that look too. But anyway, okay, I wrapped my hair. Nothing fancy, nothing spectacular, but it is the best way, I think, to preserve your hair. I normally use silver clips, but I can't find my long ones. I have a ton of the little short ones, but I normally use the long silver clips. They are exactly the length of this bobby pin, just about. But I can't find them, and I've had them for years and years, and I think they're just kind of dwindling down, and I may have one or two left. But so that your hair won't fall, your wrap won't fall down, you do need to secure it. And I'm using 2 long bobby pins, but I prefer to use those silver clips. And let me add, you want to get your wrap as smooth as you can get it, because when you take it down the next day, you know, you want that smooth, sleek look. So this just kind of worked out. I didn't need to brush it. I had my brush here just in case, but I didn't need to brush it. I guess I'll do it since I brought it here, just a little bit. But yeah, get that thing real sleek. And after that, put your scarf on. I have a couple of different scarves. I'm using my black one tonight. And just put your scarf on and try not to disturb the wrap. And sometimes my scarf, when my hair is so flat to my head like this, my scarf comes off or it slides up overnight. So I'll put a bonnet on over this. All right, y'all, I will try to make this second half of the video go quicker. I feel like I was really chatty in the first part. So last night, of course, I sweated in my head. I could feel it. And also, I went for a walk this morning on my treadmill, you know, indoors. And I did work up a little bit of a sweat there too. And we'll see what my hair looks like today. Even if it's not as straight as it was the first time or before, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be super bone straight. And I didn't even comb this out like I was supposed to, I guess because I'm rushing. But just taking my scarf off, and I'm going to situate my hair the way that I want it to lie. And y'all, it was so funny. I tried to contour my face today for the first time, and I bought new products and everything. Didn't know what I was doing, and my face looked like it had bruises on it because my contour was just way too intense, and I gotta figure it out. But yeah, so I'm just combing down my flat iron, and just like yesterday or just like last night, it was, you know, I told you I didn't have the bump on the end that I had when I first flat ironed my hair, and that's okay. I'm fine with it. It's not to the point where I feel like I need to bump it again. All right, so I've got a sleek hairstyle after unwrapping my hair. And remember, I used my OGX Dry Oil Weightless Mist. I used my Seal and Shine Hair Oil by Paige Marie, and then I put a little bit of grease on my scalp. Doesn't look like it. I've still got body and movement, and it's a little bit more tamed than it was yesterday, just a little bit, a little bit more smooth, I think, and that's really what I wanted. I do have a handful of other, well, not a handful, but I have some other flat iron hair tutorials on my channel. Check out the Uncle Funky's Daughter tutorial, which is this style here, and then I have some using the Rucker Roots 4-step system too. All right, friends, I'll see you next time.